All right. So anything we didn't cover on AEW that you wanted to say?
I don't want people to misconstrued. I do
Okay.
want AEW to be successful
Yeah.
because you hit it perfectly. Rising tide, that line. Sorry.
Rising tide raises all ships.
There we go. Bada boom.
Yes.
I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I think it's accurate. And
Yeah.
AEW has all the tools to succeed.
Yeah.
They gotta make some major changes with how things work behind the scenes. And if they can do that, fine. I mean, shit, bring Jim Cornette on. Yeah, you're gonna piss off a lot of people.
Yeah, I remember him talking about that though. Like I think someone had asked him, a listener of his podcast had asked him, because they read what's his name? Brian Last reads questions from listeners. Somebody asked him about that if he would ever do it, and he said no, he has no interest in going back to actively working in the but he makes so much money with that show and his Cornette's Collectibles. He doesn't need to go back.
Well, he's made so much money over the years.
Oh yeah.
Keep in mind, Jim Cornette came from money. His family was wealthy.
That's true. Yeah.
So Cornette really could pave his own way.
Yeah, that's true.
And the money he's made over the years, he's lived from, if you listen to Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, he lives quite frugally.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need the money. So if he's going to sit there and just say, hey, I have no desire to return to the business, more power to him.
Can't blame him.
No. Someone like Jim Cornette needs to be.
Yeah, that would fix just someone who understands long-term storytelling like Triple H does. And these guys are in the business or these girls are in the business or a team of people, whatever. That one thing would turn everything around for them. They're never going to catch up to WWE. That's impossible. But they could do much more consistent and just be in a much better place within the market if they made that one change.
And they have totally devalued their championship.
Yeah.
Hot-shotting it back and forth. And like, what's your belt? What's your title even mean? There are PLEs where their championship match hasn't been the main event.
Yeah.
What the hell are you saying?
The other thing that occurs to me too is I can't think of anything that WWE has done that has in any way directly benefited AEW, but there are definitely things where AEW I think has unwittingly benefited WWE. CM Punk's return started with AEW and his showing up, his surprise appearance that night at Survivor Series when he came back meant more because of AEW, his experience there, in my opinion. Otherwise, it might not have even happened. I agree. Same with Cody Rhodes. We had that conversation. Now, you did sway me, my opinion about that. About would Cody Rhodes, would he have returned in the fashion that he did to WWE had it not been for AEW? You did sway me a bit, but it meant even more though. It meant even more than it would have otherwise because of AEW. Yes. And then WWE got to actually steal one of the EVPs from AEW. That ended up being a part of the whole thing. So there are, you can point to ways where AEW has been a direct benefit to WWE.